So the Fed cut rates 4 times in the past year. Why haven't the interest rates come down? Here's a quick 1 year history, and trust me, hang out to the end. You're going to want to see what we're sharing next. But start with this. Here's the chart labeled from when the Fed first cut last year. And as you can see, we spent the entire year above that because the Fed doesn't set the long term rates, the market does. But the market looks at inflation expectations, supply and demand for treasuries and global risk. The reason the 10-year treasury, which is where the rates are set from, is not coming down is because there's been massive treasury issuances, right? We're borrowing to fund our own deficits. So they have to offer out higher rates to attract buyers, which will then lower the rates. China and Japan are definitely buying less than they were. And investors want compensation for holding long-term debt with all this uncertainty. So the Fed actually just lowers the rate that the banks can borrow at. So think of it this way. You're buying something for $5. It used to cost the company $3 to make that. Now it costs the company $2 to make it. Will they lower your price or keep the extra difference? Exactly. I'll do mortgage spreads another day. But the overall picture is the banks are benefiting when the Fed cuts the rates, but it doesn't always get to us. And that's exactly what we had this year. So the scary part now that I'm seeing, especially after today, the Fed's cutting rates and the 10-year treasury is not responding at all. It's actually going the opposite way. So banks are making more profit, but us as the consumers face the same rate stress that the Fed's trying to avoid in the first place. The real tool they have to drop is quantitative easing. That's a longer topic, and I'll have some analogies to explain in my next video, but this one is a doozy. Just wait till I break it down. It's like the 3-card Monty of the financial world. So share, subscribe. Next one's going to be good, but this is the overall disconnect between the Fed cutting rates and the rates actually coming down.